Hi again. I have another dream I'd like to share with you, but before I go into that dream, I need to kind of give you a little background of what happened before I go into the dream so you have a better understanding of the dream. Okay, about maybe about a month or two before I had this dream that I'm about to go over, I woke up and heard this song in my head by Rita Coolidge, I think is her name. It's called Close the Window, Calm the Lights. The only words that came to me were close the windows, calm the lights, and it will be all right. I think this song was back in the 70s, from what I remember. The rest of the song goes like this. No need to bother now, let it out, let it all begin. And there's more to it, which you can search out the lyrics online if you'd like. So every time these words came to me, I would think about the chaos that will take place soon on this earth. Like the words to the song says, let it all begin. I feel God is telling me it will be all right, probably meaning we will be protected. This is what comes to my mind every time when this song pops up in my head. And what's strange is I don't even know much about this song. I haven't heard it play in over 30 or 35 years, and I was just a kid at the time. And I think I must have heard it play maybe a couple of times when I was growing up. I would never even consider it to be the kind of song I would hold on to or even remember. It was so far removed from my mind that, I don't understand why would this song even come to me. Of all the songs out there, why this one? And I couldn't understand why. I kept hearing those words in my mind. Every day, this song would pop up in my mind. Not just once or twice, but multiple times throughout the day. And it still does. Well, I kept praying and asking God, why am I hearing this song that I haven't heard in so long, and it wasn't the kind of song that I would really even try to keep, or, it wasn't like a special song to me or anything like that. Well, I didn't hear from him, but I remember one day reading a verse in the Bible. I can't remember what book it was in, but it said something about hearken unto God, and He will reveal Himself, or something like that. I can't remember exactly the words. So I continue to pray for an answer, but still I didn't get an answer from Him until I had this dream, which I believe is my answer. Okay, on April 23rd, 2014, this year, I had a dream that I was in this room. All I saw was a bed in front of a window with curtains draped over this window. So the bed was directly in front of this window. And for some reason, I also saw a man who looked like he might be Middle Eastern, or from the Middle East somewhere. Then I saw another person. I don't know who. I just saw an image of a person who was getting ready to shoot this Middle Eastern man. And then all of a sudden, I saw myself reading a book in bed next to my husband. We were in the room on the bed in front of the window that I just described. I asked my husband to close the curtains. So he got up from bed and, from the bed that we were sitting on to close the curtains for me. When he closed the curtains, it became too dark to the point I could not see what I was reading. Then I asked him to slightly open the curtains so I could see what I was reading. He did this, but I still couldn't see anything. The words in the book were still blurry and the room was still dark. So the next thing in the dream, I saw myself looking out the window, and I saw someone trying to shoot the same Middle Eastern man again. But somehow there was this young woman who maybe appeared to be in her 20s or mid-20s or early 20s, I don't know. She pulled out a gun in the street. She shot the person who was trying to kill this Middle Eastern man. And I was looking outside and watching all this chaos going on from my room. In the dream, I got the feeling that we were being hidden and protected in our room from all this madness that was going on outside as I was looking out this window. After this scene, the dream switched, and I found myself with a group of people walking somewhere, but I don't know where we were going. And then all of a sudden, I saw my little dog came running up to me. I felt so much joy and happiness to see him. And I could see that he felt the same way because he was licking me and I was hugging him. And we were just so happy to see each other. But somehow it felt like we were separated or had been separated for some time, and then we were united. Also, for some reason, in the dream, he was all white. But in real life, he's cream color. So I don't know why he was white in the dream. His fur was all white. And then we saw each other and we were very excited because we got, it seemed like we were united somehow. This reminded me of another dream I had and spoke about in my very first video that I made. I think it's called Dreams from God, The End is Near. In this dream before I was raptured, I spoke about in my video, I saw the words, "We will be united." And that's what seeing my little dog reminded me of, the words that we will be united. Okay, let's get back to the dream. After I saw my dog, the next thing I remember was seeing one of my sisters in this sunken room making cupcakes. She showed me one cupcake she just finished decorating, and it was meant for a little child. I think I also remember seeing a lot of little children around. They were like toddler and maybe preschool age children. And that's how I remember about the dream. Maybe this dream, maybe this is heaven, where I saw all the little children and I was united with my dog, who was all white. And I also believe God is trying to tell me through the words in the song that He would protect me when chaos takes over this world. After praying about this, I believed He confirmed it with this dream. The song says, "Close the window." So I remember in the dream my husband closed the curtains and it became dark, which signifies, calm the lights from the song. Then the song says, "It will be all right." And in the dream, I watched the madness going on outside as I was protected and looking out my window. So that tells me I'll be all right. And then the song says, "Let it out, let it all begin." Like the words I don't know, I think it says, let it out, let it all begin. Well, in the dream, the chaos started happening in the street. I believe that's what it means. The chaos started all happening outside in the street. So I think that kind of correlates to the words, let it all out, let it all begin, let the chaos begin. I don't know. This is just what kept coming into my mind ever since I started hearing the words to the song. I would think about these things, so maybe it's the Holy Spirit speaking to me. Or I could be wrong, but that's just what keeps coming to me. I don't know. But I do believe God works in different ways. And I know that there was another time I woke up, and the very, very first thing that came to my mind was a song called Take Me Home Country Road by John Denver. Now, I would never in a million years even picked that song for myself, because I never even cared for it when I heard it play when I was growing up. It was not even on my mind. It was so far removed from me. So it was very weird that, this would happen to me again. Also, what's weird is that I'm not a musical type person. I'm not into music. I'm not really into songs either. I mean, I listened to some songs when I was growing up, and now I listen to mostly Christian music. So it was strange for me to even wake up to this song. Again, I think God was speaking to me. And sometimes He does have a funny way of speaking to us. But anyway, I wanted to share that with you. I hope this brings some encouragement to some of you that time is so short, and keeps Jesus close to you, with you at all times. Thanks again for listening.